Hey everyone, it's another edition of the Wrap Up. Nick Buckler, Dan Myers here with you as always. We're jumping into it with a little LOL sesh. Yeah, that's right. Your Detroit Lions, or some like to call them the Lie Downs, the losers, the sad excuse of a football team. Dan, they dropped this one in Hail Mary fashion, and let me just tell you, I wasn't surprised. It's the Lionsiest way to lose. I don't know how you took it, but most people were getting upset, and they took to social media to do so. Blah, 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 blah. Just that's kind of what they said. And to me, I thought it was funny because, let's be honest, they weren't going to win out. And to be honest, you know what, Dan? Let me just compile my thoughts. You give me what you thought from that. Well, I just anger myself with my own thoughts over here.
Well, from day one since we've had the show, we've always said that it should never come down to a referee's call. And as, of course, traditional Lions fashion, they ended up managing to lose it in the last couple seconds.
Zero time left.
Really?
Zero.
Yeah. And really, it's frustrating because, it was...
Funny because...
And that too. But it's the same old story. They're breaking your hearts even at the last second or 0 seconds left. But overall, what I pulled from this game is just like NFL is just the best reality show on TV today. Whether it's, the calls Dan, that shouldn't have been.
Let me just interrupt you for one quick second. The only reason it's the best reality show on TV right now is because Jersey Shore was canceled, okay? So back to your thought.
There's Real Housewives, but we
No.
won't go there.
No.
Okay. But I thought Stafford did have a hell of a game. I liked Calvin. He was looking good. I really liked Devin Taylor, even though the whole...
Hey.
wait, hold on. Face mask. Face
Here,
mask.
grab my
See
shoulder.
That? Yep, face mask.
Oh, 15
You better
yards.
Throw it up.
And fondling. Dan, you're going to have to move over due to a restraining order I'm going to put in after the show.
But a big question I had, too, was... Well, first of all, I think that pretty much sealed it for Jim Caldwell after that game. I mean, if there was any question that he's not coming back next season, whether he was going to come back next season or not.
I'm shocked Leatherface didn't fire him on the field. Let's
true.
be honest. She needed to take her sunglasses down on that sideline, at least during... Okay, here's my thoughts on Caldwell, all right? So you have... Okay, your post-game press conference is... Okay, but hey, Jim, what'd you think about that last play? I noticed you had a lot of coverage, schemes in the back that, they were ready for it. You weren't. Oh, yeah, we thought it was going to be a lateral play. We didn't think there was going to be a Hail Mary. Excuse me? Yeah, okay, you coach, hopefully past tense, in the NFL. You're playing the best quarterback in the league, arguably, and you don't think the guy can throw it 60 yards? They had no one in front of a receiver. They were playing prevent, except in the end zone. Oh, we'll let him catch it. They had Ziggy Ansah guarding the sideline. Okay, that's fine if there's time on the clock. Mm-hmm. Oh, we don't want him to run out of bounds. Why? The game's over. Plain and simple. You need to get your biggest guys that can swat the ball away. Where's Calvin? Oh, that's right. He's passing out on the sideline after you guys lost. It's just fire him yesterday, man. Fire him. Yeah. Jim Caldwell is a joke. You want to hear a joke? The Lions. Jim Caldwell. Leatherface. They're all jokes. Firestone Ford. No, guess what? You don't even get to hyphenate your last name anymore. You're just Firestone. I don't want to associate any Ford with the Lions ever again. Dan Myers.
Yeah, that's what I mean. That was pretty passionate. I don't know what more you could say. Yeah, it just I look at the games like these and just in general, and I really the person I feel or people I feel bad for are our parents and our parents' parents who've been watching this organization. This team.
You know what I call them, Dan? I call them idiots. All right.
I can't do that.
If you've been a Lions fan that long, you're a moron. All right. Okay.
They could be your side team, right?
Okay.
It's not your main team. You always have the side team.
Okay. You're married to the Lions, but on Sundays you gotta go get a little something. So you're gonna go, hey, I'm gonna watch the Patriots. You know,
Don't tell the
don't tell the
Leos, though.
Lions.
Don't tell the Leos.
Don't tell the Lions. But I need to go get a little victory on the side. You know,
It's been 52
Because-
years.
Okay, the Lions have brought you nothing. Playoff wins since '91, 0. Okay, division titles since then, maybe 1 or 2. Wins in Lambeau Field since '91, 1. And I put an asterisk next to it because they didn't win that game. The Packers lost it. And it's just, they're the Lions. It's only the Lions would lose a game like that. Only the Lions would lose 80% of their games this year the way they did. I'm done with them. Okay? Do I still root for them? Yes. But when they lose, do I care? No. I laugh. Just like the Tigers this year. Now, I like the Tigers much more than I like the Lions. I'm not giving up on Tigers. Like, the new season, I'm not going to laugh when they lose until it gets to a point where they've earned the comedy effect.
Yeah.
Right now, do I like what the Tigers have done this offseason? Sure. But they're not on the laughing level as the Lions are. The triple F, Lions laugh level. It's, I don't know. Not quite there on a Tigers aspect.
No.
But the Lions are a joke.
It really is. It's bad. And, you know, it's funny, too. I got a note here about the call and then the official tweet sent out by the head of officiating, who was, what he said was, you know, a ref will call that every time.
Every time.
But
I agree.
he never said that was the correct call.
Doesn't matter, Dan.
But
Dan.
what I want to go with, Nick, is had this been the Patriots, this would have been more of an issue. Had this been, you know, one of the bigger markets, this would have been an issue.
No.
Had this been against Green Bay, it would have been an issue.
No. Here's the problem. When you're the head referee, the old white cap, you're standing behind the quarterback. You can't see that. You see a hand go to the face of the quarterback, mind you, happens to be Aaron Rodgers. His helmet then turn without his head turning. It's a flag no matter what, 100% of the time. Whether he grabs the face mask or not, it's at least an illegal hands to the face call. And no matter what, that gives you another play. Now, all the typical Lions fans that are so used to finding excuses, oh, the league hates us. Oh, the refs screw us every game. Blah. You know what? You're the problem with that team. You are the problem with the Lions. No one's going to respect the Lions as long as you morons support them. All right? Oh, since when is a shoulder pad a face mask? It's not. He hit the face mask before. His helmet moved. His chin strap went up. The end. Game, set, match. Referees win again. Cry me a river. Let's talk about a team that likes to win. All right? Michigan State. They win the Big Ten on Saturday. Yeah. They beat the Iowa Hawkeyes 16-13, and that was quite an entertaining game to watch. Came down to the wire. Michigan State had the ball for the final, 12 minutes of the game?
Yeah.
Just the best championship drive I have ever seen in college football. And second effort from their running back, L.J. Scott, just reaching over, getting that touchdown. And that puts Michigan State in the Final Four. Yeah. They leapfrog Iowa. They leapfrog Oklahoma, who was idle, and they're number 3. Do I think they would have had a better shot at winning their playoff game had they not leapfrogged Oklahoma? Yeah. Because I think Alabama's the best team in the country. And that's who Michigan State drew. They will play them New Year's Eve, 8 o'clock, in the Cotton Bowl. And Alabama's entering that game. The opening spread, 9.5 favorites over the Spartan Dogs. But, hey, Michigan State's defied the odds. No one's really given them, except their own fans, the time of day that they deserve. Oh, Michigan State's the luckiest team. They're this, they're that. I think they've earned it now. They just won the Big Ten. They beat Iowa, who's a great defensive team. Mm-hmm. Offensive, but a great defensive team. And Iowa moves down to number 5. They'll play Stanford in the Rose Bowl New Year's Day, 5 o'clock. And Michigan, number 14, they'll play Florida in the Citrus Bowl New Year's Day as well.
Yeah, a bunch of good bowl games going on there. And you're right. MSU really did earn it. I'll be the first one to admit that I really didn't want to give it to them. Granted, I'm more of a Michigan fan myself, but they just the way that the fashion that they were winning the games. But true Michigan State fans can tell you that they deserve to be there. There were some close calls as far as end of the game wins, but when it comes down to it, at the end of the day, it's a W's a W, regardless of how you get it. So, yeah, congratulations to them, and best of luck against Alabama, because that's going to be a tough team.
Yeah, they're going to need luck for that. And I don't care. I'll take the luck if it gets a victory.
Yeah.
I'll say, sure,
They've had it all year. Why not?
But we got the win, and that's all that matters. Move on. I think the winner of the Cotton Bowl will win it all. The other game, Oklahoma and Clemson, I think Clemson is overrated, but they are the number one team in the country right now. They'll play the Big 12 champs, the Sooners. That game also New Year's Eve. That's the Orange Bowl, by the way. That one's at 4 o'clock. Hey, another big bowl game right in our backyard, the Quick Lane Bowl at Ford Field. Yeah, that's right, folks. Central Michigan will take on the Minnesota Golden Gophers. Bring your maroon, bring your yellow. No matter what team you're rooting for, they got the same colors. I'll be down there. Fire up, Chips. Let's go. Dan will be there. We'll streak, too, if they win. So, yeah, you heard it. You heard it right here.
That's news to me right now.
Yeah, well, guess what? It's happening. That game, December 26th at Ford Field. You know who plays right next door to Ford Field? The Tigers.
Yeah.
They are making moves and not staying still, let me tell you. They signed Mike Pelfrey, the veteran, some would say washed up, starting pitcher, to a 2-year, $16 million contract to solidify what they think, the back end of that rotation. He'll be either a 4 or a 5 starter. Hey, if he can win 10 games, I'll be happy. His ERA last year, 4.96. He's another Tommy John survivor. So Tigers seem to love that of late, but we'll see. He can add the veteran leadership. If he wins 10 games, has a mid-3 ERA, I'll be happy with that.
Yeah, and I feel like, especially this past 2 seasons, I feel like I'm in a used car dealership and I'm trying to be sold a car. Sold a car.
Sold, huh?
Sold a car. Sold a car. They're telling you everything you want to hear, but until you actually, pull that car off the lot and start driving it, you can't believe it. So, you can tell us all the best stats, what they're capable of doing, what they should be doing. We've gotten that from so many other former and present Tigers. So until they actually start pulling something off, I'm not getting too excited just quite yet. Last year I was really excited once the Tigers started, and we know how that story ends. So we'll see. Hopefully they know what they're doing. But I'm not going to jump on ship right away. I mean, we still got a lot of time before even spring training starts. So we'll see.
Yeah, we will. And they just made a signing Monday as well. They announced a 2-year deal to setup man Mark Lowe. He spent last year between Toronto and Seattle. And he posted a 1.96 ERA, a 1.08 WHIP. So, hey, he's 32, so another over 30 guy that they signed. But if he can do half of what he did last year, I think that'll bolster this bullpen. And he'll set up for the veteran Francisco Rodriguez, who they acquired in a trade last month with the Milwaukee Brewers. So if those guys can kind of slam the door at the end of games, I still think that they need a couple more arms in that bullpen. We know they got rid of Al Albuquerque. They did not pick up his option, as well as Neftali Feliz. So those 2 guys, adios, out to sea they go. If they end up somewhere, cool. If not, well, sorry about it. But Bruce Rondon, we know he's got a strong arm, but he was sent home during the season last year because of his attitude. So who knows? He could be the next Dontrell Willis at the mental hospital. And hey, three names that the Tigers are looking at, 2 of which are left fielders. Alex Gordon, a veteran. We know he just won a World Series in Kansas City. Left-handed bat, hits for power, good fielder, great fielder. And another great fielder who the Tigers had last year. He won a Gold Glove, Yoenis Cespedes. Looking closely into signing each one of them. I'll take either one. Would I like Cespedes more? Definitely. But I think Alex Gordon, because I think Alex Gordon's going to cost more.
Yeah.
I think he's definitely going to cost more than Yoenis Cespedes. However, either one is better than Cameron Maben or Tyler Collins, who is they're currently the options right now for the Tigers in that left field spot. But another guy they're looking forward to bolster up third base, their infield. We're not sure how good Castellanos is going to be. He's had a couple years now to show himself, and he's pretty brutal in the field. His bat's hit or miss. But they're looking at Brett Lawrie from Oakland, third baseman there. And the winter meetings are here now. So the rumor mill's just going to start turning over. We don't know what's legit and what isn't, but these are confirmed sources. on these rumors at least, from the major leagues and the team itself. So we'll see what they do. I like the Jordan Zimmerman signing from a week ago. I like them parting ways with the two relievers. So we'll see. The starting rotation looks good. You got Verlander, Zimmerman, Sanchez, and then you got Daniel Norris and Mike Pelfrey. So we'll see. It looks like Shane Green has gone to the bullpen. If he survives there, we'll see. And same with Matt Boyd as well, who started a little bit last year. But it looks like Randy Wolf is gone now, the fossil, if you will. And they got the guy from the Mets last year. He pitched in Double A. I can't think of his name, but Michael is his first name. So Michael, if you're watching, sorry about it. We'll throw a graphic up for you, once we figure out your name. That's how important he is to this team.
Yeah.
He's right on the top of our heads. But another guy, Buck Farmer, started a little bit too. Drew Varhagen, all these scrubs that the Tigers are just turning out there. Hopefully the arms can stay healthy this year.
Right. Yeah, it wasn't. The big problem is us, you're talking about hopefully they slam the door, close the door. I mean, you don't have to slam it, just make sure the door's closed. We have that solid pitching, but it's the closing where it's always bitten us. Those last couple innings, the closer's just always been there. I mean, even offensively too, it's always been a struggle, especially the last couple seasons. So if they can pull that off and get some solid closers, that's great. I'm not really, the whole regular pitcher, the pitching really doesn't scare me that much. It's just the closing. So make it strong, make it solid, keep it going, and close the door. You don't have to slam it. You can just close the door. We'll be happy with it.
Yeah,
So.
Michael Fulmer was his name. He came over in the Yoenis Cespedes deal. Yeah, so it just came to me. I don't know what happens. It's crazy how that happens. But yeah, Michael Fulmer. He's supposed to be a big arm coming over. So that's good to see. But some sad news as well. Well, not sad, but unfortunate news. The gentleman, Jacoby Jones, who the Tigers received in exchange for Joakim Soria from Pittsburgh, he is facing an 80-game suspension for substance abuse. A gentleman who, in his first game with the Mud Hens last year, went 4 for 4 with 4 home runs. All for naught. His career could be over before it ever began. You're welcome, Pittsburgh, for a free Joakim Soria. Red Wings news, they're without a couple scrubs as well. Well, maybe not so much scrubs, but definitely lower on the totem pole players. Teemu Pulkkinen, separated shoulder. He's going to be out 6 to 8 weeks. Positively, though, he will not need surgery to repair that shoulder. Drew Miller, busted up jaw.
Oh.
6 weeks for him as well.
Poor
That hit there was no one to blame but himself. He was not paying attention.
Yeah.
Shoulder to the chin, not a dirty play. I don't think he was targeting at all. I think it was just an unfortunate play. And Drew Miller had a successful surgery on Saturday. And hey, he had the longest active streak in the NHL for most consecutive games played, 190. Not anymore, folks. He'll miss 6 weeks.
Yeah, and he's definitely missing with that's brutal. But a big controversy. I was listening to the XM station, the NHL station, and a lot of big topic for them is the shoulder pads and how big and how dangerous those can be. Growing up, watching the guys play, they wore pretty much next to nothing under their jerseys aside from an ugly blue T-shirt and maybe like a pad here, and the optional elbow pads. But that's about it. So when you had those full force hits, that was just body mass hitting them. It wasn't these big, massive, almost looked like football pads. The Mickey Redmond was showing an example of what they used to wear as to what they wear now, and it's just night and day difference.
See him try to get those off.
That was
almost sad.
That was another struggle. But you look at them and they're just night and day difference, and they're talking about protection in the league. They want to protect the players. They want to protect them from head injuries. They want to protect them from dirty hits and what have you. But I think there's got to be a general consensus as far as what is going to be mandated for them to wear, as opposed to, it's almost like the helmet rule. They phased that in. Can't remember off the top of my head the last guy to wear a helmet or not wear a helmet in the league, but
I think it was Snaps.
Snaps.
I think it was 1979.
Oh, I thought the guy had was it Philly he was playing for? I don't know. But anyways, yeah, I sort of agree that there's either going to be a set type of pads to wear, or just mandate how big they can be, because obviously, like in Drew Miller's case, he's going to be sipping out of a straw for a couple of weeks with a broken jaw. So we'll see how that goes. But I do like that at least the discussion's on the table, because with the lack of fighting nowadays, there's just going to be worse hits, deadly hits like that one. And you're going to have to keep your heads up, especially with your star players and your younger guys who haven't been in the league for too long, like a Dylan Larkin, a Connor McDavid, who's actually hurt right now.
R.I.P.
So definitely, they really need to figure that out. If not, just you got to bring fighting back. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to turn our conversation into that way, but it has a lot to do with it.
Way to put a damper on the 7-0-3 Wings in their last 10 games.
We'll go back to that, but
yeah, well, hurry up and grab your Kleenex and wipe the tears away. Red Wings are 7-0-3 in their last 10 games. Dylan Larkin, you spoke of, he is red hot right now. He leads all rookies with 11 goals, leads the NHL with a +19 rating. By far the most on the Wings. Next closest guy is a +4.
Yeah.
So what is that saying about Larkin? He knows how to find the net and find goals. He's just a great shot, knows where to be, he's fast. He's just been a pleasant surprise for the Red Wings. And if you ask me, he leads the way in Calder Cup right now.
easily.
I put Max Domi and Duclair right behind him, both gentlemen playing for Phoenix. Jack Eichel's in the mix as well. But I think Dylan Larkin's got to be the favorite right now in the Calder. Oscar Lindbergh as well in New York. We haven't gotten a chance to see him yet. I know, Dan, you're a big New York Ranger fan. Sorry about
Henrik
it.
Lundqvist fan, would you say that? Yeah, but I was fortunate enough to be at the game Saturday night, and I really did spend about 10 minutes just isolating on Dylan Larkin anytime he was on the ice, and just watching his head just analyze the play. I mean, it was just unbelievable. He saw plays, 3 or 4 steps ahead of when they were happening, before they happened, and it was incredible. I mean, this kid is something to watch. Just unbelievable, just a spitfire, super fast, and just a really smart kid. I mean, there's professionals in the league that don't have the smarts that he has already, and it's nothing but promises for him. So
it's going to be a tough week for the Wings should they want to keep the streak alive, really. They've points now in their last 10 games. And what a comeback win on Saturday.
Oh, yeah.
Down 4-2 in the third. Come back, get a quick one from Larkin, get a late one from Gus, and then obviously in the 3-on-3 OT, and just a crazy series of events both way. Cronwall finds Nyquist for the breakaway and the 2 points. That's a great one there. And then, obviously, a tough week ahead. They travel to Washington to face one of the best teams in the NHL, the Washington Capitals. And then they welcome in a Carey Priceless.
Ooh, nice. I see what you did
Montreal Canadiens team with Michael Condon as their goaltender, the rookie. But it's right now, the Wings, they need to get these points while they can. When it comes April, every point's going to count. So if they can scratch a team to OT, I'll take it and battle for that additional point. So it's good to see. It's going to be a tough week for them, but I hope they can get the job done.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, gut check time for some of these upcoming games. So, yeah, hopefully they're just strong enough to keep it going. They stay healthy. We don't lose anyone. We improve, and I'm just going optimistic into this week. And hopefully, they pull off with some solid wins.
Yeah, that's all we can hope for. Pistons have won 4 in a row as well. They're now
Speaking
12-9. It's good to see. Obviously, Drummond's been a freak. KCP's been shooting well. Reggie Jackson. They welcomed in Kobe Bryant for the final time at the Palace. Got a good ovation from the Palace faithful. And the Pistons won by 20. So that's good to see. Hopefully the Red Wings can keep winning. The Pistons can keep winning. And the Michigan teams can do good in bowl games. And we'll keep you updated on all of that, plus much more. Follow us on social media to find out the breaking news. The Tigers are signing any of these gems. What's going on? If the Lions can ever win another game in the history of the world, we'll be the first to tell you. Dan Myers or myself, Nick Buckler, thanks for watching, everyone.